What if I told you that the key to your happiness isn't about holding on tighter, but letting go? What if the pain, the stress, and the worry you've been carrying all these years could be released, freeing you to experience the joy you've been searching for? Most people think they need to fight for happiness, but what if I told you the true power lies in surrendering? Letting go doesn't mean giving up. It means giving yourself the freedom to live fully, to embrace peace, and to finally feel the weight lift off your shoulders. Imagine waking up every day without the burdens of past regrets or future fears. What if you could let go of the control you think you need and trust that everything will unfold exactly as it should? That's the power of surrender, and it's the first step to unlocking the happiness you deserve. Stick with me, because in the next few minutes, we'll dive into how letting go can transform your life forever. What if I told you that the thing you fear most in life is actually the gateway to your greatest freedom? What if the very thing you resist, the thing that scares you, is the key to unlocking the power you've been looking for all along? You've heard it before. Don't fear change, face your fears, but how many of us actually stop to think about what that really means? Fear has been programmed into us, and it keeps us trapped in the same patterns. What if I told you that by embracing your fear instead of fighting it, you could free yourself in ways you've never imagined? Imagine this: you're facing an obstacle, something you've been avoiding, something that makes you uncomfortable. Most people's immediate reaction is to shrink back, to run away. But what if, instead of backing down, you took a step into that fear? What if, in that very moment, you chose to rise above it? Fear isn't just something to overcome, it's a signal. It's telling you that you're on the edge of something bigger, something life-changing. Every time you face that fear, you unlock a little more of your true potential. The people you admire, the ones who seem unstoppable, they didn't get there by avoiding fear. They got there by using it as fuel, by turning their most intimidating challenges into their greatest triumphs. So, what if the next time you feel fear creeping in, instead of letting it control you, you welcomed it? What if you realized that it's not a wall, but a door to a new version of yourself? Fear is not your enemy. Fear is the push you need to level up. What if this is the moment you decide to stop letting fear control you and start letting it lead you to where you were always meant to go? What if I told you that everything you've been waiting for, all the happiness, success, and peace you crave, is within your reach, but the one thing standing between you and it is your refusal to take full responsibility for your life? What if I told you that the moment you stop blaming the world, your past, or other people for your circumstances, you open the door to an entirely new reality? Most people go through life pointing fingers, convinced that they're victims of their situation. But what if I told you that the key to unlocking your greatest potential is realizing that you are the creator of your life? Imagine for a moment you stop complaining about what's not working and start focusing on what you can change. Instead of feeling like a victim of your circumstances, you take full ownership of your actions, decisions, and outcomes. The moment you do this, everything shifts. No longer do you have to wait for someone else to change your life. You take the reins. The people you admire, the ones who seem unstoppable, they aren't just lucky or more talented. They've learned how to take ownership of their actions, to stop playing the blame game, and to take full responsibility for their lives. So, what if the reason you haven't reached the next level in your life is because you're still holding on to the past, still waiting for someone else to make the first move? What if you realize that the power to change everything is already within you, but only when you take full responsibility for it? What if today is the day you finally own your life and everything that comes with it? The moment you do, you'll discover just how much power you truly have. What if I told you that the energy you need to change your life is already inside you, but you've been suppressing it all along? What if I told you that the key to unlocking your true potential isn't about finding more energy or waiting for motivation to strike? It's about tapping into the boundless energy that's already within you. Most people go through life feeling drained, stuck in a cycle of exhaustion and overwhelm. But what if I told you that the moment you learn to harness the power of your inner energy, everything changes? Imagine waking up every day feeling alive, motivated, and unstoppable. What if you could step into your day with passion, drive, and clarity, ready to tackle whatever comes your way? The truth is, this level of energy isn't something you have to wait for. It's something you can create. You have an unlimited reservoir of power inside you, but it's being blocked by doubt, fear, and resistance. Every time you hesitate or second-guess yourself, you dim your inner fire. But what if you could break free from that, release all the self-imposed limitations, and step into your full potential? What if I told you that the key to unlocking this energy is simply deciding to take massive action regardless of fear or uncertainty? Most people wait for the perfect moment to act, but that moment never comes. The truth is, action creates energy. The more you move, the more energy you generate. The more you give, the more you receive. What if you stopped waiting for energy to find you and instead took the first step, no matter how small, to ignite the fire within you? You have the power to transform your energy and your life. It all starts with a decision. What if I told you that the thing standing between you and the life you dream of isn't a lack of resources, but your fear of the unknown? What if the very fear you've been avoiding is the key to unlocking your next level? You've heard it before. Face your fears. But how many of us actually do it? What if I told you that fear is not something to avoid, but something to lean into? Fear is a signal, a message from the universe telling you that you're on the edge of something huge. The bigger the fear, the bigger the opportunity. Think about it. Every time you've ever pushed past fear, you've grown. Every time you've stepped outside your comfort zone, you've moved closer to who you were meant to be. But what if the reason you haven't achieved your fullest potential is because you've been running from fear instead of using it as fuel? Fear doesn't make you weak. Fear makes you powerful when you choose to face it. What if you started seeing fear not as a barrier, but as an invitation to expand, to evolve, to level up? Every successful person you admire has one thing in common: they didn't let fear stop them. They used it. They saw it as the sign that they were on the verge of something life-changing. So what if the next time you're faced with fear, instead of backing down, you charged ahead? What if you started embracing the discomfort, knowing that on the other side is the version of yourself that you've always wanted to be? Fear is not the enemy, it's the doorway to your greatest transformation. What if I told you that the secret to living your best life post-pandemic isn't found in some distant future, but in your ability to reconnect with your purpose right now? What if I told you that everything you've been through, every challenge, every setback, was preparing you for this moment, and that the only thing standing between you and the life you dream of is simply reclaiming your vision? The truth is, when we lose sight of our pose, life becomes a series of random events instead of a powerful journey towards something meaningful. But what if I told you that by getting clear on your purpose, everything else starts to fall into place? Imagine waking up every single day with an unwavering sense of direction. What if every action you take, every decision you make, was guided by a vision so strong it gives you the energy to keep going, even on your toughest days? The power of purpose is that it becomes the driving force behind everything you do. It aligns your thoughts, your actions, and your energy towards something bigger than yourself. Most people wander through life, reacting to circumstances, but what if you could stop reacting and start creating the life you truly desire? What if you stopped waiting for the right time and started making your purpose the foundation of your everyday life? Purpose doesn't just motivate you, it gives you the strength to overcome obstacles, to push through fear, and to keep moving when everyone else might quit. What if everything you've been seeking is already within you, just waiting for you to remember what you're truly meant to do? The power to transform your life starts with a single decision: to reconnect with your purpose. What if I told you that the life you've always dreamed of isn't about waiting for the right opportunity, but about taking massive action right now? What if I told you that success isn't found in the moments when everything aligns perfectly, but in the courage to act, even when things seem uncertain? So many people are sitting back waiting for the perfect time, but what if the perfect moment will never come? What if the real secret to getting what you want is just to start moving? Imagine for a second you've got a dream, a goal, something you've wanted for so long, but instead of waiting for the stars to align, you just take that first step. It's not about waiting for everything to be perfect. It's about acting with the resources you have right now. Massive action creates momentum, and momentum makes success inevitable. Every small step you take brings you closer to the life you want, even if it doesn't feel like it in the moment. What if I told you that waiting for perfection is the very thing that's holding you back? Every moment you hesitate, you're losing precious time. What if the key to unlocking the life you want is simply to stop overthinking and start doing? Massive action doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be consistent. So what if the life you've always wanted is just one bold move away? Every single day, You have the power to decide to move forward. It's not about waiting for the right circumstances. It's about making the circumstances right with your actions. What if you stopped waiting for the perfect moment and just acted now? Because your future is created by what you do today. As we come to the end of this journey, remember that your future is not determined by the circumstances around you, but by the actions you choose to take today. The power to live your best life, to overcome obstacles, to create the success and happiness you deserve lies within you. Embrace change, take responsibility, face your fears, reconnect with your purpose, and most importantly, take massive action. The life you've been waiting for is right in front of you. All you need to do is step forward and make it happen. Good luck on your journey. I believe in your ability to break through barriers, to rise above challenges, and to create the life you've always dreamed of. Thank you for your time, your energy, and your willingness to take action. Now go out and make it happen. The world is waiting for the greatness you have within you.